sides. It's nigga. You know, nigga this, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil? A pencil? Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
To the shit, nigga. Fucking real quick before we move on to anything else. WrestleMania, that was this weekend, right?
Yeah, man. WrestleMania. Just want to say,
highlights.
Man, I'm
You
in
said a
agreement. I'm in agreement with the consensus.
Nah.
WrestleMania is this year was top 3 WrestleManias of all time. No lie. The ending of WrestleMania was like the Avengers Assemble. The first night of WrestleMania, like the first night of WrestleMania was mad good. It definitely left me wanting more. I'll run through like what happened real quick. I gave everything a star rating, so like if you want to go back and watch any of the matches, you'll know what was good. Damn, should I go in the order? I can't go in the order. But night 1, the Bloodline, Cody and Seth, that was the main event. 5-star match. Bloodline won. That gave them the advantage for night 2, gave them Bloodline rules for the Cody versus Roman match. Becky versus Ripley. Ripley won, 3-star. I was praying. I gave it 3 stars only because I've been called a Becky Lynch hater, but I just think she looks awkward sometimes wrestling, and I don't think she's as good as what people say she is. I kind of feel like she's a little bit overrated, but I do think she's good. I do think she's good. It's not like I think she's bad. I think she's really overrated. But
that's fair.
Rhea Ripley's amazing. Shout out 2024 China. Gunther versus Sami freaking Zayn. This is the only match of the whole weekend that could even compete with the main event of WrestleMania Night 2.
Oh,
Sami versus Gunther 5-star match. That match was amazing. The ending to the match, Sami ain't do that brain buster off the top rope. He ain't do that move in I don't know how many years, but he pulled that out. It looked like Gunther took that move, and then he got 2 kicks to the face that ended that. Like, that whole match was fired, ended Gunther's streak. He broke Honky Tonk Man and everybody's records. He's the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. So this ends that, but you know what that means. He's going up top for a different belt. The Usos, to me, the worst match of WrestleMania weekend.
Okay, so I wasn't bugging because I thought it was I don't like wrestling. That's when I stopped watching, bro.
No, the Usos were the worst match of WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, I gave it 2 stars. And that was me being nice because I love both of them. And the story leading up to it is amazing. But at the same time, the match was ass. They've got the same exact move set. The twins. They do the same exact moves. They were spamming super kicks the whole match. Everybody, all of you WWE, all you WWE tards that just like to stand for WWE. I'm a wrestling fan. I like everything. WWE, AEW, TNA, NWA, NJPW, Stardom, whatever, Indies, I don't care. I watch it. I go to a local spot out here and watch it. But as far as like, this is y'all always talk crap about other companies spamming super kicks. These 2 dudes just spam super kicks the whole match pretty much.
Bro, when the niggas was going back and forth, but like it wasn't even like I hit you and you hit me, like we're competing. It was like I'm gonna let you kick me. Come on, kick me. Then the nigga kick him and he's like, all right, now kick me. I get what y'all going for, but no, I'm not letting nobody kick me in my face. I'm sorry. If y'all did it with just punches, maybe we could talk. Nigga, your signature move is a super kick. I'm gonna let you hit your signature on me. Fuck out of here.
That match looked like you went over to that match looked like when you was younger and you went over to your friend's house and he whooped your ass with his created character. So he let you create your own character real quick, but he didn't know that you just copied his move set to your character. And then y'all went in the game and started the game off with 5 finishers apiece, or you put the game on unlimited finishes and y'all just went in the game spamming the same exact move set. Hey, that match was horrific, but shout out to the Usos. I love both of them. I don't want to talk too much about that. But the 6-pack ladder match challenge, that match was fire. I gave that 4 stars. I don't like who won it, though. Either one. I don't like either side that won. I love R-Truth. I'm happy he did get his WrestleMania moment because he's timeless. Dude is like 55. He's still going. But R-Truth and Miz won the Raw titles. Theory and Waller won the SmackDown titles. I definitely don't like Theory and Waller winning the titles. I don't like Theory and Waller at all. I don't like them together. I don't know why they are. I think Waller would have benefited from staying in NXT a little bit longer. I don't know whose call it was to call him up. I don't know if it happened during the Vince or Triple H era, but I think they should have waited on that one a little bit longer. Austin Theory, they screwed him up with that Money in the Bank shit from a couple years ago. So yeah. Shout out to Bianca Belair. She is still undefeated at WrestleMania. Undertaker lost his streak. I'm keeping track of my Black Queen streak. Y'all bet not fuck it up, WWE.
What's she at now?
4 or 5-0.
What was the Undertaker's?
Undertaker's was 22,
23,
21-1. Brock Lesnar 21-1, and then he went 21-2 to Roman Reigns.
Damn, back to back.
Back to back.
Nah, that wasn't back to back.
Yeah, it was. He beat Brock Lesnar back at
SummerSlam. Beat Bray Wyatt in between that? No. He was still undefeated when he fought Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, which he admitted in his newest show that he feels like it should have been Bray Wyatt. Should have went to Bray. I've been said that it should have went to Bray Wyatt. Then they could have did something with him and Kane. Then they could have reverted back to that story they did where they ended up kidnapping Kane and Undertaker, and y'all could have stole his powers, and then he could have became the Fiend. Right there. I just wrote it for you, WWE. I already applied for a job there. Y'all won't call me.
Hi, the homies, huh?
I'm that's it. I always apply there. Every once in a while, Osprey, just get on there and apply for a job as a writer on there because I know I would do great. But y'all tweaking, man. I know I ain't got no experience, but so nobody got experience till they get it.
That's a fact.
Facts.
That's a fact.
But yeah, that was Bianca, Naomi, Jade, the 3 Black Queens. Jade came out with her normal, she's Storm from X-Men, basically, if y'all didn't notice. But that's her normal gimmick, and she came out dressed even more like Storm. Then they I'm gonna skip Naomi for a minute because I gotta go back to that. I peeped that Bianca had the visor on. She didn't have the colors and she didn't come out dressed like them, but she did have the visor on. I was like, boom, Cyclops. The single visor straight across. I have no idea who Naomi was. I love you, Naomi, but I don't know why you decided to be Kung Lao when they gave y'all a whole X-Men entrance. they had like some superhero theme playing as they came down from the top and all of that. But for some reason, she came with a light up hat like Kung Lao and kept doing something like this. I'm like, who are you? Who wears a hat like Kung Lao in X-Men? I don't know. I tried to make up a character for her and I just still couldn't find it.
Are they a team now, or was that just some WrestleMania shit?
I think that was just some WrestleMania shit. And, they kind of pandered to Black people this WrestleMania, if you didn't notice. So that was that. We're going to have the Black people beat the 2 Asians and a white girl.
For nothing.
2 Asians and a white
girl. For nothing. Because that match really.
I gave that
match. Remember, I said the Usos was the worst match of the weekend. I gave it 2 stars. I gave this match 2.5 stars. The match was designed literally to highlight Jade. It did foreshadow a future matchup between Jade and Bianca, which is what I really want. I want Jade versus Bianca.
They did that on WrestleMania, Royal Rumble too, though.
Yeah, they stared each other down, but then they got attacked from behind. I know we're gonna get there eventually, but I'm just being thirsty. I shouldn't be too thirsty because if they decide to do it at WrestleMania, knowing WWE's track record, they'll have Jade win, and it's gonna piss me off. So I'm not hope for that too fast. LWO versus Legado del Fantasma. That whole story been fired. They finally put Andrade down with the LWO. That's what I wanted from the whole beginning, but he was in AEW. I had to wait for him to get back after Rey Mysterio already had created the LWO again. I'm like, that's supposed to be Andrade's group. But he finally got back from AEW, and now he's down with the LWO. They fought Legado del Fantasma, which I do like Santos with those other 2 guys better than I liked him with them anyway. Carlito still looked jealous, but he ain't betrayed nobody. And LWO won. I gave that match 3 stars because it was a bunch of people doing flippy dippy stuff. How can you be mad? And then you had Andrade doing Andrade stuff. That backflip that he does where he misses because you roll out the way, and then he just backflips again because he knows you ain't roll too far. Fire. Then let's go to the other night. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. It don't matter because I don't matter that Drew won. I knew that Damian Priest was gonna cash in and win. I knew that was coming. That's all. I was like, it don't matter. Everyone been asking me like, who gonna win that match? I said Damian Priest. It doesn't matter who wins the match. Damian Priest is leaving with the belt. That's it. And Drew won. I love CM Punk's involvement in that match. That kind of gave it a more higher score than I actually wanted to give it because that match was another finisher spam fest. But that was because Seth was already messed up from the night before and leading up to WrestleMania, because leading up to WrestleMania, he was getting fucked up by the Bloodline every single night. And then soon as he got the upper hand on the Bloodline, he would turn around and Drew McIntyre would kick him in the face. Every single time. So he got beat up a lot coming up to the show. Then Saturday, he got beat up some more. Because The Rock and that was a good match, actually, that tag team match. I should have talked about that more. I actually gave that 4.5 stars. The Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody. That match was beautiful. Cody, one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. He knows exactly where to sit and what to do in situations. After he lost that tag team match, he sat there and you could just tell like he positions himself perfectly to where the cameraman that's outside the ring can angle up the camera and you'll see the WrestleMania sign behind him. And it's like a big perfect picture as he's sitting in the ring looking sad because he just lost his match. He knows that his chances of winning just went down a fucking drain because it's their rules tomorrow and it's so many of them. It's so many of them. 4.5. That whole match was fire. The story was fire. But back to the Seth Rollins Drew, I gave that a 4-star match because CM Punk's involvement at the end was fire. It set up the Drew cash-in. The Drew cash-in was fire. I mean, not the Drew, the Damian Priest cash-in was fire. I like the fact that they did not have Drew McIntyre have some strong showing still against Damian Priest. Now let's get this over with. He should win it. Let's not have no shenanigans. He got the belt in the discussion. EO versus Bailey, I gave that 3 stars. That match was good. Ain't not much to say about it. It was good. It came out with Bailey as a new women's champion for SmackDown. That story was fire leading up to SmackDown. It was involving her being the leader of Damage Control to getting kicked out of Damage Control. Damage Control had a fucked up weekend. Good luck moving forward. LA Knight for AJ. That match was good. It wasn't as good as I would have thought it would have been, being that it's an AJ Styles match. I thought it would have been way better, but gave it 3 stars. The match was good. It did what it was supposed to do. Try to keep LA Knight elevated for as long as possible, knowing that y'all probably never gonna give him a shot at the title, but just keeping him up there. He needs it. Y'all should have been gave him the belt. I've got a feeling that it's gonna be a Kofi Kingston situation that by the time he gets the belt, it's kind of gonna be like, okay. Kofi ended up still having an amazing run, but it was like they gave you the belt after all this time in the era where Brock, Roman, Seth are the guys. As soon as one of them come back, you're out of here, buddy. Which is exactly what happened. In 8 seconds, he lost that thing.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
That's wild disrespectful.
I mean, it's Brock Lesnar.
He could have still had a better show than that, my nigga. Like,
I feel you, but you wouldn't have a better.
Even if it was a struggle the whole time, still let him fight back. Like he just got body.
I feel you, but this is Brock Lesnar we talking about. You want to lose in 8 seconds?
I saw Brock Lesnar fight Daniel Bryan, bro.
I feel you,
but it wasn't quick.
This is Brock Lesnar. You want to lose in 8 seconds, or you want to lose in 8 seconds? Like, how you want? Was it
Brock Lesnar who was fighting his son with the one leg?
Yes,
Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
I think it's Zach Gowen.
Yeah, man. Brock
Throw that little nigga.
No, you know what's funny? I was watching a interview with Zach Gowen, and the nigga was like, "He's the nicest person you can ever meet." He was so gentle. I'm like, I watched the nigga throw your one leg into the fucking steel. What are you talking about? He was so gentle, nigga.
I mean, when you think about it,
I get what he mean, though. I get what he mean.
Didn't Randy Orton kick him down steps?
Nigga, they were violating that. Yo, Vince is a wild.
Somebody
boy.
did something to Zach Gowen down steps. I remember that.
I think that was Brock Lesnar, nigga.
I remember. Did somebody get rolled down in a wheelchair down the steps too? They rolled Mick Foley in a wheelchair.
I think that was Kurt Angle.
Yo, it was doing some wild stuff.
Wasn't Mick Foley gonna fight one last match for his 60th birthday, some shit like that?
I don't know. I hope he don't. That was his CTE talking. Because we know the Rock, as much as they look like they look like they love each other. I don't give a fuck. The Rock did not like Mick Foley. Them chair shots was brutal, bro. He was.
I remember watching that
knock
documentary.
His brains out. Pause.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Pause.
Watching it like that was kind of sad. It was like, damn.
He really hit them. Oh,
yeah, wanging and shit. Pause like hurting that nigga.
Yo, all right. Then we got
thumbtacks.
Oh, we had a Logan Paul, Randy, Kevin Owens. I gave that match 4 stars. That match was fire. I honestly, this is gonna hurt me to say, but I do not think Logan Paul has had less than a 4-star match since he's been in WWE. Like that dude is good, bro. Like
his brother about to join him.
I mean, that'd be fire to have a tag team. I ain't gonna lie. I downloaded his brother on my PlayStation and got them running as a tag team in my GM right now. But
that's what's gonna happen.
But I mean, they should. Why not? But he had I Show Speed there. Mm-hmm. I Show Speed interfered in the match. Randy Orton gave him the "This is Sparta" kicked him flying across, and then RKO'd him on the table after he ripped him out of the damn Prime mascot costume. That's the only thing that annoyed me about Logan Paul is how much he just want to use this to promote Prime. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, nobody's drinking that cancerous ass shit, bro. Sorry. Mm. But if y'all want to sponsor us, I'll bleep that out. It was the street.
It's all right.
It was the Street Profits.
Yeah, drink it like that. Yeah.
The Street Profits versus the Final Testament. 2.5. It was only fire because it just reminded me of an old school. I gave it a 2.5 because realistically the match was whack. But if I'm looking at it with nostalgia, I'd have gave that match like a 4 because it was just weapons and it was just senseless violence, and the match didn't really mean nothing. It was actually to promote something. I forgot what, but the referee for the match was was like literally a pander to Philly. It was a Philadelphia street fight.
Is that the match with
the referee to the match was Bubba Ray Dudley.
Okay.
I forgot what else happened in it, but then they did a spot where Bubba Ray got involved because one of the people of the Final Testament was said something to Bubba Ray. That Bubba Ray pushed the Street Profits and was like, "Get the tables," and they had that whole spot. It was funny as hell that they broke one of the tables because somebody got on the table and it collapsed.
That's funny.
That was hilarious. So, but I love the fact that instead of just like kind of all right, we're gonna change the spot. They said, nah, you're going through a table. They went and got another table and put that man through that table.
Said, listen.
That's the Dudley Boys creed, nigga.
Word.
I ain't put you through the table. You ain't go through the table.
Word. I don't know what happened, and he ended up going through the table. 5-star frog splash. Montez Ford got freaking springs in his shoes because that frog splash. You thought RVD got high?
That nigga be jumping.
For real?
Bro,
yeah, that nigga be
it looks like he jumps off a trampoline. No lie.
I gotta watch that.
And then he be doing it all different. Like him and Seth Rollins. I love RVD. I love your frog splash. I love Eddie. I love your frog splash. But Seth Rollins has pulled off one of the best frog splashes I have ever seen, which was a barrel roll frog splash. So he jumped and tucked as he was spinning, frog splash.
Yeah, that sounds fire.
It looked like just turning sideways like that, and then coming out. Boom! I said, "Holy shit!" He only did it once. He only did it once. Never did it again. But Montez Ford, he does all types of crazy frog splashes. Like he will jump to the middle of the ring, and it'll look like he coming at you like this. Somehow in the air, he turned and he facing the way he just jumped from now.
So he's turning.
That nigga got bunnies, nigga.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He jumped and turned his whole body a 180 and then just bang, land on you. Like
that's fire.
He does it all different variations. He just don't care. But Still a low rating because I recognize a bad match when I see one. Y'all can't fool me with the weapons. Then I'm gonna get down to it. Main event: Roman versus Cody. Infitting of a god. It took the whole world to beat Roman Reigns, and I am not mad at it. It took interference from every, the Avengers had to assemble. I seen them post a video where it was like on your left, and then the interference started happening, but it was crazy. I mean, of course, Roman had his bloodline interference first, but I mean, he'd been doing that for 4 years as champion, so you kind of expect that. But everything else that followed was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? And it just kept getting more like, what is going on here? Because you had, I don't even remember the order of how they came out, but I just remember who came first. It was The Rock first? No, it was John Cena first. John Cena. It was one of the Usos first, Solo Sikoa, and then John Cena came out of nowhere. John Cena came in the ring, hit an AA, and everything was a reference to something. The AA on John Cena was a reference to when John Cena beat Roman Reigns for the belt like a while ago. And I forgot what pay-per-view that was at. I don't even remember, but when he AA'd him for the AA'd him, whatever. That was nice. Little shot right there. Then The Rock came out, and their rock bottom mimicked a rock bottom that they had from years ago where John Cena went to swing at him and he ducked it, rock bottomed him. The Rock looked at Cody's mother. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Takes off the belt and proceeds to start whipping Cody's ass real quick. Then we hear, dong, lights go out. Dong, lights come on. It's the fucking Undertaker standing in the ring. No, he's not dressed like the Undertaker. He's dressed like your dad.
That nigga just like a podcaster, nigga.
Bro, but I ain't gonna lie, I kind of respect it. I don't wrestle no more. I'm not getting into that gimmick no more. If I do gotta pop up, you getting a real nigga. And he pulled up with jeans, a hat on backwards.
The old school American badass nigga.
Looked at him. The Rock turned around, looked at him. Another call back to the exact time that they kind of did the same thing years ago where The Rock turned around and gave the shock face because the Undertaker was there, grabbed him by his throat. Undertaker chokeslammed him. The lights go out. The Undertaker must have dragged The Rock's ass back to hell or Hollywood because they was both going.
Some say it's the same thing.
If you know, you know. And then after that, you think that's where it's ending. This is where this era of wrestling has been amazing. We now are in a new era. It's official. And I felt it since Triple H took over that things was different. Like, I honestly kind of hated WWE for the last few years with Vince being in control because everybody would reach these amazing heights and then Vince was screwed up just because you wasn't some 6'6" dude that was probably took a lot of steroids and or
I just had a thought, son.
Or you wasn't with the
tomfoolery.
And that's why I'm not pushing you. But
you wasn't pushing me.
I'm not pushing you.
Yo. And because it had to be because now Triple H said, yeah, all of my pet projects that was doing good till you got their hands on them, we're gonna make them rise now. And it's been great, but they changed the opening for the show that was already signed number one. That they're switching over now to a whole different era. They officially started calling it the Paul Levesque or Triple H era. I think that name has to change. Give it a damn actual era name, not after a guy. But I get what they're saying. This is basically the era that Vince lost control. Like, you no longer run this. This is Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H, Hunter, whatever the hell you want to call him, era. And he put his stamp on it because his storytelling in this match, I'm giving full credit to him or whoever else wrote it. I don't know, but I'm giving credit to him because he greenlit it. Vince would have said, nah, I'm changing it. But he called back every moment, even down to the ending of this match where it's Seth Rollins comes out. The Shield music plays, Seth comes out. And I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard the Shield music, I was like, oh hell no, John Moxley bet not have left AEW. You bet not have. Like, not just like that, bro. I didn't know your contract was up. But it wasn't him, of course. It was Seth Rollins who showed up. And he's dressed like the Shield, Seth Rollins. And this should have let me know how the match was going to end right then and there. Soon as Seth Rollins gets in the ring dressed like the member of the Shield, he gets in the ring with a chair and he's about to hit the Rock. Literally before he gets a chance to do anything, all you see, the cameraman, whoever shot it, beautiful. There's no angle. It looked like the Rock no-clipped. I mean, not the Rock. It looked like Roman no-clipped into the picture, into the frame, and just Superman punch. Seth ain't get to do shit. As soon as he came in the ring, big Superman punch. The Rock looked like, oh, bet. They proceed to still whooping on Cody and all that. No, actually, that happened in reverse then. When they was whooping on Cody, then that's when Undertaker came out after that, because that's how The Rock ended up getting out of there. So I had that reverse. That happened first. Then Undertaker came, chokeslam The Rock, lights come on, Rock going. In the middle of the ring now is a chair. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Seth is on the floor. Cody is starting to stand up. Roman's picking up the chair. He looks at Cody as Cody is like stood up, leaning on the ropes like that. Pause. Then he looked back and looked at Seth. And Seth started kind of getting up. What cost Roman Reigns the title after all that bullshit that happened in the match? What cost Roman Reigns the title was the fact that he never got over Seth Rollins hitting him in the back with the chair to basically betray the Shield. Like 7 or 8 years ago that happened. And Triple H called it back to that. To Roman literally, I got a chance to just hit Cody because Seth was too fucked up to do anything. Even if he would have pinned Cody, Seth couldn't do nothing. So I could have just hit Cody with the chair, speared him, looked at Seth, threw him out the ring, pinned Cody. Game over. But nah, I never forgave what you did, so he chose to hit Seth Rollins with the chair. It literally was like a perfectly foreshadowed moment. He hit him in the back with the chair the same exact way that he hit Roman with the chair. Seth Rollins even fell the same exact way that Roman Reigns fell when Seth hit him with the chair years ago. Fell, like hit the ropes a little bit and was exact same fall. And then Roman turns around, tries to spear Cody. It gets reversed. Crossroads. I said, fuck, if he lands this third, Crossroads is over. Crossroads. Cody Rhodes, new champion.